All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the installment of week 3, the Take Twins Power Rankings. Put it up on the screen.
For
Let's
the
get it going.
for the second consecutive week, the team that will stay at last, the Pittsburgh Pirates. Why do I have the Pittsburgh Pirates? The same exact reason last week.
They are playing just good enough to be in the top 5, not any better in my opinion.
Thanks,
Uh,
O'Neal Cruz.
Pirates pitching is doing good. They're doing really good, and that's without Paul Skeens, by the way, making a huge impact. Although his last start proved to be a lot better, a lot more hopeful for the Pirates, a lot better for the Pirates faithful.
Play some defense.
Connor Griffin has not quite yet played up to his potential as a number one MLB prospect. I don't know if they've sent him down or not. I haven't heard much from him. I picked him up in fantasy, and I've already dropped him. Maybe I'll pick him back up later when he starts kind of ramping up again. But for now, it just seems to be he's kind of been in a dry spell. Granted, he's a rookie. It's either when you're a rookie, it's either you're going to do that or you're going to just instantly right off the bat start performing. But it's okay though because players like Ryan O'Hearn and O'Neal Cruz and Brandon Lau have absolutely been carrying this Pirates offense and playing so amazingly great. O'Neal Cruz batting about 350 with 5 home runs. Meanwhile, Ryan O'Hearn doing his thing. I've got him as my DH in fantasy. He's been quietly having a highly productive season at the DH spot for the Pirates. But yeah, I will have to put him at 5. I agree with you. I think just because of the other teams we have here on this list, because at number 4, I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Angels.
Angels.
Yep, Los Angeles Angels.
They haven't done a lot to really solidify themselves as at least being top three in this list
But
because they
they
just slid in. But they've been dominating, and I've loved how Mike Trout has officially come
Mike
back
Trout is
into the
officially
Major League.
back to being a top 5 player in baseball. The batting average is not crazy high, but he just broke a record for, I think it was what, like a home run in 4 straight games at Yankee Stadium. First player to do that ever in the history of Yankee Stadium. Mike Trout is absolutely dominating. He's got like 8 home runs. Not to mention Aaron Judge. He's not in the top 5 rankings, but I do want to talk about how these two
We're
went off
just
for a
bomb for
combined
bomb.
9 home runs in this 4 game series. It was unreal. Both 3 timers in the MVP club, they are no strangers to hitting absolute tanks, and it was super fun to watch them. Keeping up with it, it feels like it feels like every 30 minutes to an hour I was getting a notification. Mike Trout hits another home run. Aaron Judge another home run. These two were going at it. Mike Trout is back to MVP form. I hope he stays healthy. I'm not sure. I mean, I think as a baseball collective, I feel like we all hope he stays healthy. The game is better when Mike Trout is playing. But besides Mike Trout, Jose Soriano has legitimately and needs to be talked about, I feel like, more by casual fans. If you have been absolutely keeping up, you know exactly what this man has been doing. He's been keep maintaining a point. I don't now. I'm pretty sure he pitched tonight. I don't know how he did. I'd have to check. Look at that, 5 and 2/3 frames, 2 hits on eight, only 2 hits on 8 strikeouts, um, and 4 walks allowed, which is not the best, but again, literally just another start of allowing 0 runs. Jose Soriano has legitimately been the most dominant pitcher in baseball, dominant starting pitcher in baseball, and it hasn't been close in my opinion. He is already looking to be an early favorite for Cy Young, possibly. He keeps producing. And we'll have to see. But the Angels, again, I'll slot him in at 4. I I'll slot them in at 4. I think this is a perfect spot for them. They can move up or they could move down. We'll just have to see. But at number 3, I think we probably have the same number 3 team. Maybe we don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lights just went out. At number 3, I got the Padres.
I'm also taking the Padres. I
The reason
love
the reason the lights went out, I think we know why the lights
We
went
know
out.
exactly why.
Mason Miller.
The most dominant pitcher amongst all starters, amongst all closers, the most dominant pitcher so far this season. He's allowed one singular hit in how many innings has he pitched so far this season? Give me a second. Here, you keep talking. I'll pull up the numbers.
And I think even though he's a closer, like I think he can make a case to even win Cy with the rate he's pitching. There's no debate. This man right here is a problem for the whole entire league. Just imagine you're a call up and you're getting your first at bat, and you got to see this man. I would worry about getting out the stadium alive for what he's about to do to you.
Here's what I've got. All right. He's got a 0 ERA. He's not giving up a single run in 9 1/3 frames, 23 strikeouts on a whip of .21, and that's not even all of it. He's allowed, I think, one singular hit the entirety of the season. The man is unreal. Mind you, this was already a closer who was top 5 in the league. And he's playing even better. He's terrifying. I don't want to face him, and I agree with him. This guy is going to be coming top 5 in the Cy Young Awards by the end of the season. I don't care if he's a closer. I don't think he's going to win it, but I think he's going to come top 5 easy. He's got that. We saw Emmanuel Clase come top 5. I think he came top 5 a couple of years ago, if I'm not mistaken. If he can, Mason Miller absolutely can. But not to mention, just talk about the rest of this Padres team. The offense has just been decent. They've just been decent. But they've kind of separated themselves from the rest of the league. As I mentioned before, it's really only they're one of the 3 teams that have really been able to get above like 5 games above 500, as they're 11-6. I think they're 12-6 now. I think they, or no, they lost today, so now they're 11-7. But they're like the only other team that really has just I don't know, man. I might have to move the Angels up. They beat the Padres 8-0 today.
I'm keeping what I got.
If the Angels win this series, expect to see the Angels moving up a spot if they continue to win next week. But yeah, I'll keep the Padres at 3 for now. Mason Miller, like the team is just very well rounded. They've separated themselves, but I think at this point we both know who the 2 and 1 spot is. I'm giving the 2 spot to the Braves, and
to the 2 spot, I'm giving it to the Dodgers.
I can't.
I'm giving us the 2 spot because we haven't been as dominant. Beating the Mets is not really something to really flex on. The Mets have been horrible and atrocious, and at my number 1, I have the Braves. The Braves look to be continuing to be dominant in a faction for the week, and I think they've just best us this week, just for the week, in my opinion.
I also think record speaks for itself. I think, especially at this point right now of the season, record will definitely speak for itself, but also won't. In some cases, like the Angels, for example, but I think in this case, record is speaking for itself. They are 15-4. They keep winning. And obviously, they haven't played the best of competition. You could make the case that the Braves maybe have played a little bit harder competition. Especially absolutely destroying the Phillies tonight, 9-0, with all 9 guys getting on base. And I would love to put my Braves at 1. And I can get with his take as well. I just think the Dodgers, at the end of the day, right now are just, yes, again, the competition hasn't been insane, but you got to remember they've got the unicorn. Shohei Ohtani, I think, has only given up, has yet to, or has only given up about 1 or 2 runs so far this season at starting pitcher, not to mention he's still doing his thing on offense. You've still got your guys doing their thing on offense. This team still looks really good. They're still talked about. They are still, in my opinion, right now the best team in baseball, but there's a good case for the Braves. And you know what? I'm biased, so yeah, you know what? Take Twins Power Rankings. Right now, the Atlanta Braves are our number 1 team in the Power Rankings. So we will see how the rankings will be shaken up next week. But here you go. Here's the power rankings right here. Oh, sorry. Move the mic. Here's the power rankings right here. Braves at 1, Dodgers at 2, Padres, Angels, Pirates. So the Pirates stay still at 5. Braves are going to move up 1. Dodgers are going to move down. And the Angels and Padres are our new additions, with the Yankees and Guardians being knocked out of the rankings just for this week. Again, they can easily, teams like the Yankees and Guardians can easily crawl back in next week for sure. So yeah,